Are you independent? Do you stand alone in the world? Do you make up your own mind and not rely on anyone else? We like to believe that we do not need the help of others, and that the way we think and feel belongs to us alone. But science is beginning to understand that even in our own skin, we are part of a community. In the last decade, scientists have started to realize that there is more to our mood and thoughts than just what goes on in our brains. Human intestines contain hundreds of millions of neurons that actually make up a second nervous system. These neurons are in contact with bacteria in your gut through hundreds of neurochemicals that influence both emotions and thoughts. The microbes that inhabit our body are known as the microbiome, and they have a profound effect on the way that we think. Recent studies have shown that the microbiome bacteria in our bodies determine whether we are bold and adventurous or anxious and timid. It is these very traits that influence which political party we will join or who we will elect. The microbiome is intimately involved in the functioning of our minds. A person might be tempted to say that he is in control of his mind, but is he really? The creatures of the microbiome make up an important part of how we think and feel, and they outnumber the cells that we think of as our own. Ask yourself this: which cells inside your body belong to you, and which cells belong to other organisms? The traditional answer is that cells that contain the DNA that you get from your parents belong to you, and the cells with different DNA belong to someone else. It might surprise you that the cells within your skin and body that do not have your DNA far outnumber the cells that do have your DNA. When you talk about yourself, always remember that you include an uncountable host of other creatures that help you, and they formulate your thoughts and feelings. It is a simple fact that you cannot think or feel properly without them. The creatures of the microbiome also keep you healthy. You cannot digest food properly without them, and your immune system would falter without them. You must forget the idea that you are an individual. Your body and your mind are made up of a vast community, and it has always been this way. It is traditional to speak of yourself using the word I, and there is no reason to change that way of speaking. But it isn't really true. The truth is that the deepest essence of you is better described by the words us, or we. Some people might think of the creatures of the microbiome as invaders and try to get rid of them, but your body is set up to prevent this. You could kill a large number of bacteria in your gut by using antibiotics, but you have an organ that would attempt to preserve them. The appendix was once thought to be a vestigial organ, and that it had no purpose, but now it is believed to play a major role in protecting the organisms of the microbiome. Your body protects them because without them, you cannot think or feel properly. Without them, you cannot effectively fight off pathogens, and without them, you cannot properly digest your food. This concept that we are not individuals but communities sharing a body is getting us closer to the deep truth, but we are not there yet. In the next video, the deep truth will be revealed, but that will just be the beginning of understanding. When you first comprehend the concept of the deep truth, you will not understand the implications, and no one understands those implications yet. I will start you down the path of understanding, but it will be hundreds of years before humanity is reconciled with the larger picture. Are you ready to face the deep truth? Are you ready to challenge yourself with new understanding that that will require many generations to incorporate into human comprehension? Then join us for the next video on the words of Cherasy.